I'll see to it.
One of the most important things we're going to pick up is the Ankeg armor here, and also hit the side of this area. The Ankeg armor is pretty much comparable to full plate mail, and we are going to have it around for a little while before we get full plate mail. So it's a pretty big upgrade over splint mail that I've been using so far.
Stand away, citizen!
It might be a touch
We come across another one of these assassins. This one is pretty difficult, and she does cast a lot of cleric spells that will hold you, and then you'll die immediately after that because you can't do anything. So I just use the wand to paralyze her, and then just take her out that way.
This is worth it.
Welcome to my humble establishment.
It's done.
For the glory of Am! Oh, you have returned, and so soon! Hey!
I hope this is worth
My
it.
muse shall not speak to such as thee. You need a new tailor. Your clothes are absolutely dreadful.
I've got the best prices this side of Cormier.
One of the best things we're going to pick up here is the Necklace of Missiles. I also pick up the Protection from Petrification scroll. And the reason for the necklace is it allows us to cast fireballs. There are charges on it, but you can sell it back and then get the charges back, so it's pretty ridiculous.
I hope this is worth it.
So we're going to use this amulet immediately on this group over here. So it's a group of this fighter and 2 archers. And the archers can hit you pretty consistently actually, which is why I decided to take them out. And this guy does hit me. The reason I'm killing this group is the fighter does have a +1 longsword that I can pick up for free. The first magical weapon I actually have. So I decided to get that now. It's not really necessary because we are going to pick up better weapons, but I decided to pick that up now because we're on the path anyway. I also pick up a couple scrolls that are hidden here. One of them is Cloud Kill, which is quite useful. And the other is Chromatic Orb, which I do just choose to learn. The thing about fighter mages is they cannot cast level 5 spells in Baldur's Gate 1. So I'm kind of wondering if I should just keep that scroll and then just cast it on a difficult fight instead of just choosing to learn it, because I don't know how early you can learn Cloud Kill in Baldur's Gate 2. It might just be something like you can buy the scroll immediately. I'm not sure. Cannot remember.
You funny looking.
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
I hope this is worth it.
Please, kind spirits. A wondrous ancient oak is in peril.
doing this quest is mainly for the crushing defense belt that we get. It gives you 5 AC bonus against crushing attacks, which is pretty substantial, really. But mostly we're just picking up some experience that we can easily do on the way to the Null Stronghold.
Yeah. Let's do this quick and pain.
I want my mommy.
You can get a protection scroll from undead from that quest, but you need to have high enough reaction. So that's a sum of your charisma and your reputation. I do manage to get it in this case, but you won't always get the reward.
This is worth
Me now. Me hungry.
Yeah.
So the entire reason we're over this side of the map is basically to collect the Charisma Tome. It's fairly unnecessary,
Quick and pain.
because once again we are casting friends for Baldur's Gate 1. But I decided that why not go and get all the tomes. There's only one other one that we really need to go out of our way for. The rest are kind of on the same path. So this is the one that I just pretty much get and then I run away.
I'll see to it.
Greetings, playthings. Thou hast found me when I alone could not. Greetings, playthings. Thou hast found me when I alone could not.
I hope this is
Ah, intrepid adventurers at our door.
I'll see to it. I hope this is worth it.
Business has been poor, what with the iron shortage and all.
I'll see to it. It's done.
beauteous creature. You are my masterpiece.
Grey Wolf is probably one of the harder enemies that you initially come across, just because he's the level 7 fighter, and he hits hard with the longsword that he has, which we're going to take off of him. So I decided to make this a lot easier than it probably is if I try to take him in a one-on-one fight. As you can see, he done 16 damage to me. So I did actually fail the first wand hit there, so it doesn't work out as well as it should have probably. But we pick up his sword, which is Varskona, and I have no use for any of these non-magical longswords anymore. It's a +2 longsword, and it also does cold damage. It does 1 cold damage. So it is quite useful to have extra elemental damage as part of your main weapon, because if you're fighting a mage with stone skin up, which in Baldur's Gate 2, mages love that. It's less common in this game, but regardless, yeah. If you have any sort of like mage protection spells where they're preventing you from getting hit by physical damage, then being able to interrupt their spell casting through that is really useful.
So you want to take a look at me mine, do you?
Stand away, citizen!
It's done.
Oh, I'm so tired. I think I'm coughing up blood.
I hope this is worth it.
Let's do this quick and painful. Let's do this quick and painful.
So dark down here.
Yeah. Let's do this quick and painful.
Yeah, I'll see to it.
These are the first few traps that we come across. I think they're pretty much unavoidable here. Maybe if you do go down the right side you can avoid them, but I'm pretty sure I've always gotten hit by them.
Quick and painful.
So that's the one thing about a fighter mage that we can't really do, is no disarming traps, which can be annoying. There isn't that many traps in Baldur's Gate 1 apart from in Durlag's Tower, so you don't generally need to worry about it too much, but there are some areas that do have quite a few. There are some pretty hard hitting traps here, but if you run towards the next area in that way, you are able to avoid them. But if you're in here with a low level party, those will likely kill you outright because you have less hit points.
It's done.
What? How'd you get in here?
I try to use the wand of Mullihay here, but it actually does, he does save against it. So I decided to just fight the minions as they come out here. Using the necklace. He does cast quite a few, I think it's hold person once again and stuff like that. So ideally I wouldn't want to fight him in 1v1 combat, but I can easily do it, as you just saw.
I'll see to it.
Yeah.
This is when I decide to go and get an upgrade to that +1 longsword I have. There is a group of 4 up here, and they are actually quite dangerous because I think more than one of them does cast like stuff like rigid thinking or hold person. But I managed to take out a few of them with that fireball and then clean up the remaining ones. So one of the long swords that is dropped here, it's the same as the +1 longsword, but it also has +3 against undead on top of that. So that's what I shift over to using now. So now we're going to deal with the Revenant in here. He does do crushing damage, so I swap over the belt. I'm going to try and keep that to a minimum, but the bonuses to AC that those give you are actually quite dramatic. Usually 3 or 4. So they are helpful to keep around, honestly. We're going to take a detour in order to get a wand of monstering summoning in this area, but another thing that you could do is you could go north from this area and you'll hit Firewine Bridge. And there's a guy there that you can kill called Millium who will have the gauntlets that will give you +2 Thaco and +1 damage. Actually, it's the other way about it. It's +2 damage and +1 Thaco. And the mage I spoke to there, he will just go away if you select the first option, and he does spawn some mustard jellies, so I didn't want to deal with that, so I just said, yeah, go away. And I picked up some fire arrows from the other group over there, and the reason was I don't want to get close to these ghasts, because every time they hit you, they have a chance to put you in a held state, which is obviously going to kill you. So I generally, they are rather slow as well, so I do try to use the bow here to take them out.
Let's do this quick and painless. Let's do this quick and painless.
Let's do this quick and pain. It's done. I hope this is worth it.
You may have noticed that I put the buckler on here in order to regenerate health, but I don't actually equip it. I keep my bow out, so I don't actually regenerate any health. I do swap to it before going back here.
I'll see to it.
So it's just something to keep in mind. You need to have the weapon actually equipped, or whatever you
Hello
want to
there.
use
This is worth it.
to get the effect.
Hello there.
I'll see to it.
Dealing with criminals jades a man so.
Stand away, citizen!
It's done.
Helm watch over thee upon thy quest.
I hope this is worth it.
Yes?
I am death come for thee. Surrender, and thy passage...
Once again, I'm not having much luck with the paralyzation wand.
Quick and
I don't know why. It has a really good chance to stun anyone, pretty much. But I save against the spell that he casts, and then he does hit me with magic missile, but it tickles pretty much. And I can always heal that health up whenever I'm moving over to Baragost, which I will do after this. So the rest of this is just going to be me selling off stuff. I take the boots that he gets because it does give you 5 AC bonus to missile attacks, which is fairly nice. And I don't have anything better right now, so I put them on. And yeah, that's about it for this episode.